Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings III. So, in this part, how old are we? We are 42, so we're sort of slowly getting up there now on age. So I think we sort of have to start planning for exactly how we want the succession of our realm to go. As it stands right now, we have 3 children. Well, 4 children, technically speaking. But 3 children that will inherit some of our titles. That's not our current heir, although I do need to check and see out of curiosity. Who of these kids would I prefer to have take control of the realm? Yeah, you're not even in the line because you're an illegitimate bastard, okay. As it stands right now, I would much prefer for Goodfried here to take the throne, because he has 10 stewardship, which is actually a little bit better than us, which is great. It means he will have no problems maintaining 4 holdings, which is what we need him to hold. Because Jorvik here is comprised, what is that? The duchy here. What's the name of the actual duchy? Okay, Jarldom of Jorvik is actually the name of the duchy. It's comprised of 4 counties. So Goodfried here is our, for all intents and purposes, best choice for succession, because that ensures we manage to maintain complete control over our duchy without any issues. He kind of sucks at the whole military thing, which is a shame, and I would love to do more about that, but I can't really do anything about that. So we're going to try and get Siegfried here. Well, first things first, actually, I'm going to go into champions, and Goodfried, you are not allowed to be a champion, because if you are a champion, you might die in battle, which I don't want. So Siegfried has a half-decent chance of dying because he has an aggravated wound. So he's wounded, which gives him a severe health penalty, and then he also, on top of that, because it's aggravated, I guess has a moderate penalty on top? Yes. Though he has an inspiring blade master, which is giving him a bit of a boost to disease resistance. So his health is currently poor, so he actually has a half-decent chance of dying. And let me go ahead and get my timer started. So yeah, we're going to try and get Goodfried to inherit right now. So first things first, we need to have Siegfried die, because that will make Goodfried our primary heir, presumably. Presumably it goes down by age. And yeah, I can't change any of these. Eventually we'll be able to get to single heir for things like primogeniture, which I think is the one we're going to go for. But that's going to be a while. Go ahead and hide the outliner, because I don't really need it to be shown. Although I will make sure pinned characters is shown anytime I open that. So yes, current goal is to get Siegfried killed, which will increase our stress for getting a survived child. Or we've lived longer than our child. Ooh, okay, and apparently the petty king of East Anglia got maimed, presumably in that battle, or in that war we fought with him for Norfolk here. And apparently he lost his arm as a result of that. Okay, I did not realize this. Now who's... So you're the one trying to take Lindsay off him. Actually, two people are trying to take Lindsay off him. Smolland and the dude up here are both trying to take Lindsay off you, which is an annoyance, and we'll have to deal with that. In the meantime, however, there is stuff I can take off of you, which is useful. And you are very weak, so there is literally no reason for me not to go ahead and try and take stuff off of you. Do I want to go for Derby? Sure, we'll go for Derby. Actually, out of curiosity, what is Derby a part of? I kind of... Is that Lancaster? That is Lancaster, sure. We'll go ahead and take off what you own of Lancaster. So this is fine. I would much prefer to take Lindsay off him, but we can't do that right now. So what we'll do is we'll just rely on letting whoever's sieging this right now, which appears to be Smolland, taking that, and then we will, I guess, declare war on Smolland for it. Although, if Smolland takes that, then Tradheim will go to war with Smolland for it. And those two then get to duke it out. Smolland will win that, but Smolland will be weaker as a result of just fighting two wars back to back like that. Oh, I can ransom somebody off. Oh yes, the King of Orkney. Or the Chief of Orkney, rather. Sure, you can go ahead, get out of here. Thanks for the money. They've sent 3 champions to go and attempt to just sit outside the city of Salford. Oh yes, are any of you worth any money whatsoever? You're worth 10 gold, you're worth a favor, which is not particularly useful. I think I'm just going to keep you in my prison until you're of age, and then we'll figure out if I can get any use out of you. You're a favor, you're 8. God, okay, for people who are just favors, and that are of age, I think we're just going to go ahead and let you go and demand conversion. Unless you have some reason for me to keep you, which you don't. Your prowess is not the greatest. Your chieftain would not accept getting you, and you cannot be converted because you are already my faith. You're not any good, you're not any good. Can I just execute you? I could. The chieftain of Orkney will be upset by me executing his subjects, but it gains me some piety. So you know what? If I can't get you, I'm just gonna execute you. Especially if you're not any good. If you had some skill or something that made you worthwhile, I wouldn't mind keeping you. But that's not the case for any of those guys, and I could use some extra piety. I don't really care too much for the dread. It is useful, but it's not the biggest thing. So you are... Okay, your guy's already considering a proposal. Ah, that's because I was letting you go already. So you are actually halfway decent at 11 prowess. Technically that only puts you at average, but that's still pretty decent. So I'm going to demand that you convert, and I will recruit you, and you will become a champion of mine. And these two get to stay in my prison until they're of age, and then we'll... If they're halfway decent, one of them will become a concubine, and the other will, I don't know, maybe become a concubine for somebody else. Okay, won that siege, and we took a sickly child prisoner. Okay, game. Did you really have to do that? Oh, this is your only son. Oh, this could be fun. I say this could be fun. That's not strictly true. It's a very dick move to do this. I mean, this should be a relevant game. This is the child of an enemy that we're fighting. At least in CK2, and I assume CK3 is the same as well, if you're executing a subject in any way of somebody you're at war with, you are 100% fine to do that. You don't get viewed as a tyrant or anything for doing it, I would assume. Is the same here. I know CK2, that's the way it worked. It will piss off their family and things like that. That's perfectly understandable. So we could burn a 1-year-old sickly child at the stake, or we could just let you go and demand that you convert. Literally no reason for me to do that, because that'd be useful if you were potentially not in charge of that province or that county, but instead, say, the earldom of Staffordshire might be useful potentially for you. If I was able to demand that the heir to that be converted. But that's not the case here, so yeah, we're just going to ignore that. And they're not going to pay a ransom right now for the child, apparently. And yeah, favors just aren't worth it. I don't think you're going to actually get any skills that are particularly useful. Bossy and diligent aren't the worst traits ever. Those could be nice to have. How close are we? That's actually halfway decent, and we're only at 20%. Oh, what's going on up here? Who are you fighting? You're fighting that guy, okay. What are you fighting him for? So you're attacking... I'm not going to even try and pronounce that. You're trying to take this. That region, okay. Yeah, you do you. Can I offer to join your war? I could offer to join your war. Does it make you happier? Grows closer to forming a friendship with me. With my brother. I mean, that might be potentially useful in theory. We're just gonna ignore it, I think. One that's so... Oh, wait. Marshal impresses vassal. Wonderful. So, Earl Orvar's opinion of us has increased by 30. Because our marshal managed to impress him. Also gained some prestige. That's also nice. But who's this that we captured? Oh my god, that is a lot of marshal. You're 30, you're a little on the old side, which is a bit of a shame, but you know what? If you can potentially pop out a child with 22, or help to pop out a child with 22 marshal, that would be nice. Also, you know what? That gets rid of our penalty for being below the concubine limit. Oh, now you'll pay the ransom for your child. Sure, you can have him. Sorry. Oh, for a second there, I thought he was maimed. Because it kind of looked like he was missing an arm, but no, it's just, it was way down at the bottom of the portrait. Oh, are you at war? You are. Against who? Oh. Damn Scandinavians. Trying to steal my shit. That's technically third Scandinavian faction trying to steal my shit, which is kind of annoying, to be honest. Is this... Who the hell are you and why should I care about you? Peasant revolt. I'm sorry. So they're very discontent, but they have 22% military power. You don't have a pretty decent chance of winning. You realize that, right? We have been burdened with your oppressive laws for far too long. No more. We are done paying your taxes. Once your coffers dry up and your larders are empty, you will wish you treated us more fairly. So every county in the faction, which is West Riding and Norfolk. I don't have too much of an issue with Norfolk. Not too big on West Riding, if I'm being honest. You know what, with that being inside of our duchy. So, yeah, gonna have to kill you, I'm afraid. Oh, my mother is dead. How'd she die? Oh, she died of cancer. Did we even know she had cancer? No idea. Mostly because we didn't really pay attention to our parents. Did our father die? Oh yes, he was executed by Northumbria's guy. Oh, damn it, another son. Well, we'll see how this goes. Sure, you can name him Heising. That's whatever. Oh, you know, I should probably actually educate my children, shouldn't I? Yeah, you know, realistically, I should be doing that. Is there a limit on the number of wards you can have out of curiosity? Yes, 2. Just wanted to know for certain. So let's put down the peasants, because this guy's not going to be able to siege Derby back. Oh, where the... Oh, the other peasants are down in Norfolk. Okay, we'll kill that army, and then we'll go and deal with the other peasants in Norfolk. Or not, because maybe they're coming to us. Oh, no, 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 no. You're not getting away from me. How the hell were you taken prisoner? Whose prison are you in? Oh. This guy's prison. The hell are you doing in that war? Okay. I have no idea who Osulf is, but apparently he died. So that's a thing. It's really all I can say about that. No, damn it, wrong thing. This. Honors are still 74 years away. Yeah, so, see, it's going to take us quite a while to really get going. Let's see. So, through contact with neighboring cultures, each culture is always exposed to one specific innovation which will be developed much quicker, which right now is Banus, I assume. Yes, that's being exposed to an innovation. And for this one, who's the cultural head, though? I'm curious. I wish there was a... Oh, it's Upland, okay. Why is this? So it's all entirely dependent upon the culture of the provinces. So I need to convert some of my provinces' cultures. Because technically my only Norse thing is Shetland up there. Let's go ahead. You go ahead, start converting Jorvik. How long should that take you? I was not paying attention. You say 6 years. That's perfectly fine with me. Also need a new marshal. Sure, Cumberland, you can become my marshal. Are you actually coming to me? You are. Wonderful. Time to go kill ya. Oh, another pregnant concubine. Who are you and what's your... Oh, okay. You won your war against East Anglia. So you got Suffolk, which I'm going to have to take from you now. But I'll have to wait a little bit because I'm kind of busy putting down a peasant revolt and other things. Thank you. Anybody want to pay for you? Nope. Are you any good? You actually are pretty good. So how about this? You convert, you become my recruit, and I don't lob your head off. Does it sound like a good deal to you? Yeah, I thought it did. Because 19 prowess, oh boy, is that great. I'm going to go and get the game up to 4 speed just to try and get the siege of Nottingham done a little bit faster. And there we go. Smallland won their war, so I'm going to have to go and beat the crap out of Smallland now. Oh, what the hell. To the abhorrent Jarl Halfdan, your son-in-law Count Hemming, up here in Shetland, or maybe not. Yes, okay. Has insulted me gravely. He had the audacity to name me a vile witch in front of my court. I demand satisfaction for this slight. I'm sorry. Am I supposed to give a crap about a 1-year-old petty queen of East Anglia whose father died last year of internal injuries? Totally didn't mean to cut his arm off. Again, I assume that was one of ours. I honestly don't recall. No. Seriously. Ha! Good one, Hemming. Yeah, screw you. I've got no reason to give a shit about how you feel. There we go. Oh, we got another guy taken prisoner. You are absolute crap at literally everything. Except for learning, which is not a particularly useful stat for you, to be honest. You're willing to pay yourself out of prison, though. Oh, and I captured your wife. She's not particularly great either. Actually. Oh, I should have forced you to convert. Oh well. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, you're busy already considering another deal. Your wife, I will demand that she convert. Because you'll presumably have a bit of a hard time getting her to convert back, depending on how she feels about you. In the meantime, let's go ahead and end this war. Farewell. It was fun knowing you. Good deal. And we'll see if you manage to get your wife to convert back. I think you're going to struggle with that, though. And thank you for that. Go ahead and disband the army. Now, question is, do I go to war with you for this right now? I have more allies than you, and technically speaking, I can take you myself. I think we will. But first things first, I kind of need to go and deal with some things. Oh, Sajayland. We need an alliance. Was my brother always in charge of Sajayland? Can I see a history of the title? Game? Anywhere? Maybe? Please? No? No? Really? No title history? That's a shame. Because I don't recall... Well, he's 31, so I don't think he was in charge. Was it our father? But again, were you always in charge? If I need to make an alliance with you, presumably you weren't. Somebody else was in charge before you. And I don't know who that could have been. I really don't. Because our father was already dead. Unless our mother was in charge. That's a possibility, maybe. Either way, yes, we'll get an alliance with Sajaland. They can help us with Smaland. Okay, now we have to deal with a couple of issues here. We need to give Norwich out to somebody, so we'll give it to Vagan here, sure. And we need to give Derby out to somebody. Or Juraby now, rather, I guess is how it's called. And we'll give that out to, sure, Folky here. Oh. And Gwynedd has conquered Cheshire. Did they conquer? Yes, I think they did in fact actually conquer. Okay, so Smaland, I don't really want to go to war with you, but I kind of have to because you own something I kind of want. So, yeah. Sadly, this will cost me faith, which I don't really want to lose, but oh well. If we can avoid needing to do this often in the future, we will do so. I'm not going to call everybody in. I'm only going to call... Do I actually even really want to call you in? Oh, we haven't even managed to formulate our alliance officially yet. Whoops, I should have waited a bit longer. Oh, but you didn't give a crap. You still joined. Wonderful. So, as I was saying... Oh, do I want to do that? It's 150 prestige. To call you into war that I shouldn't need. Yeah, you know what? I'll leave you be. Really? Really, Sajaland? Really? I know we just made our alliance, and I was potentially thinking of calling you in to join me, but then I decided against it. Fine, I'll join your war, but I won't help you. At least not right now. I've got more important things to do. I have another son. Sure, Gunnar. It's a beautiful name, I guess. And we get a lifestyle choice. Or not choice, but a perk, rather. What do I want? So, Bellum Justium is useful if I were actually bothering to... Well, let's see. So I think this CB is for if I were to send out my court chaplain title person to go and fabricate a claim on a county. I believe that's what that would affect. I don't believe that has any effect on the wars that I'm declaring right now that cost things like prestige or piety. So Bellum Justium is not particularly useful, although... At least not itself. Some of the later stuff, though, is quite nice. Very much so, yes. But I think I'm going to go for Serve the Crown for an increase in natural dread and a increase in control growth. Because control growth will help us to get some of this stuff back. Well, not back, but, you know, make sure we don't have issues as a result of low control, such as not having a lot of taxes. You know, if our accounts aren't able to get a ton of money, or aren't able to get a ton of, well, yeah, if they can't get a ton of money, they can't give us a portion of that ton of money. So we kind of need them to be able to get a ton of money. Let's see. I got about 3.5 minutes left on my timer. Just had to check because I kind of felt like it probably should have gone off by now. But evidently not. Oh, I can ransom you. Oh, yes, you can have your son back. Or, not your son, whoever the hell this guy is. Grandson. Sure, you can have your grandson back. I didn't really want him anyway. You have 4 more years in the dungeon, and you have 6 more years in the dungeon. And then we'll find something to do with you. Maybe. Yeah, I think my allies have this. What? Oh. Oh yes, Smolensk. Okay, I was about to say, wait, what's Smolensk doing here? Forgot. We're at war with them. Kind of completely forgot about the fact that this is owned by Smolensk. I thought they were potentially involved in the other war that Sajaland asked us to join. So let's finish sieging down Lincoln, and then we'll go up there and deal with them. We should have plenty of time to, at the very least, finish our siege. And maybe get up there. I'm not 100% certain on the getting up there part, though. For what are you calling me into a war for? No, damn it, game. Where is this? Right there. No. No. You don't need my damn help. I joined the other one because it happens in my neck of the woods. Oh, and I took the, Oh no, you're just a random person. You're not really any good. Can I ransom you? For a favor. Not really worth it. Can I torture you? I could, but that's... execute. That will apparently upset all my guests. I don't know why. I guess because you're technically a guest of somebody. Oh, no. They always run from Jorvik to Jarlstad there. Every time somebody sieges Jorvik and I go after them, they always run to the same place. Ooh. Lobbed off somebody's head. In a battle. Killed another guy. Ripped the head off somebody else. God, you do not want to get into a fight with our guys. So let's see. Earl Orvar killed Waltor. I'm not even going to try and pronounce your name. Ripped the head off of Ale here and became a berserker. Count Hemming, our half-brother, right? No. Well, excuse me, son-in-law, rather. There's the timer. Ripped the head off of Alfigir there. Or Alfgir? I don't know. And became a berserker himself. Yeah. You really don't want to mess with our guys. You really don't. It just ends very badly for you. You're 24 of the way away. You know what? I don't know where you're running to. I'm just going to keep following you. Let's go ahead and just end this war against Smolensk here. Oh, what's this? I am sitting around the map table with Count Hemming and Earl... I don't even know. Yeah, I got no clue. Discussing our strategy for the ongoing war. Hemmings bangs his fist on the table and loudly proclaims that we should charge the enemy directly and crush them with the sheer might of our armies, while the other guy sits back and patiently advocates for us to secure critical locations and wait for the enemy to come to us instead. So the question is, do I just let them do whatever the hell they please and make them a bit happier? They each do their own thing? Which I don't know exactly how that affects things, but okay. Do I choose one over the other and lose the opinion of the one that I don't choose? Or do I say, just give me the benefit of both for 5 years, and neither of them are particularly happy about it, but neither of them are upset about it either? Some people would consider that a successful negotiation, where nobody walks away happy, but nobody walks away upset either. But you know what? I don't think it really matters to get the bonus for that. So I'll just let them act as they see fit, because there's no other, at least noted, downsides to the option. They get to be happier with me, which I don't know. They're both pretty happy with me. I mean, Hemming could stand to be a little bit happier, but, you know, kind of just can't put him on the council. That's his main issue. He doesn't have anything particularly good. Actually, that's not strictly true. He is actually pretty decent as a steward, potentially. So, Hemming? Well, double check. You are not. You are indeed. Hemming, you get to become my steward now. Good for you. John, you're not particularly great. And Orvar is bad at everything. Yeah, either way, go let them do as they see fit. Any better spy master? Yes, Ingomar. So I want to recruit Ingomar, so I can have a scarred one-legged spy master. I'm not big on putting somebody who is lustful as a spy master, though. Mercia succeeded in their war against East Anglia. So they now own 2 regions of East Anglia, I believe. Is that correct? Damn it, No, excuse me. So they own 1 area of East Anglia and 1 area of Essex, or however the hell it's pronounced. So, okay. That's a little annoying, but whatever, we'll live. Where'd your army go? Oh, see, I was so busy paying attention to my other thing that I completely forgot about your army. You know, we'll just set up shop in Whitehaven, and we'll see where you go. You are going into Gwyned's region. Oh, are you heading down to Jorvik? I think you are. Okay, we're going to go to the Barony of Ripon and just kind of sit there. Our physician has become an actual physician. Wonderful. They're also a fornicator. I think I forgot about that. Oh, you're sieging this back. Never mind. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to let you go. Get out of here. You're worthless. You would give me a favor, and I don't need a favor. I either want money, or for you to convert, or to be good at something so I can justify recruiting you. That is not the case with anything. We wounded one of their guys. Wounded another one of their commanders. And maimed another commander. Oh, you died. Game, you said wounded. I think you're a little bit confused as to the difference between a wound and having your head ripped off. Just want to note that. These guys are kind of going through commanders relatively quickly because they just keep getting their heads ripped off. Wolf here is lucky that he only got wounded. It's kind of a shame here. Chieftain Fastay here was actually kind of decent with 16 prowess. I wouldn't have complained about potentially recruiting him. But oh well. Let's go ahead and end this war because we have enough war score. So be it. Are you guys actually losing this war? Seriously? You outnumber the... Oh, well, I guess most of the numbers are mine, aren't they? You know, the game doesn't break that down for me at all. But I think most of them are mine, yes. So what is this all about, out of curiosity? Sajalin's claim on the earldom of Oray. So you want that. Don't we own it? Oh no. It's owned by this guy, okay. Because the shit just kept getting flipped around constantly. God, I hate that. Okay. I guess I'll have to help you guys, because you apparently are struggling with this. Because you don't have troops in that region for some reason. Okay. So, next part will help Sajalin with this war that has been raging for 3 years and has actually flipped through, like, 3 different targets at this point for that. That's a little ridiculous if we're being honest, but so be it. That's something we're going to have to apparently deal with in this campaign. Out of curiosity, how is the splitting up of our land going? It is 1 earldom each. Which I'm not a big fan of. Which is why I need to get Siegfried killed. He's my child, so I'm not allowed to apparently plot his death. Which is kind of a shame, because that's a little ridiculous. That I'm not allowed to plot the death of my child. When I don't really want him to be in charge. But so be it. Yeah, Ragnar sucks. His biggest thing is he is organizer. But his other stats are just complete and utter garbage, to be honest. He'd make a half-decent marshal or spy master, but that's not strictly necessary. What are you good at? Are you good at any of these other things? No. Can I replace you? I could. Sigrid here is better. Sigrid is also a lesbian. That's fine. So currently it's going to take you 13 years left to convert that. And this is presumably as a result of your, at least in part, a result of your learning skill being 11. Yes. That is giving you 1.1 point. Or, excuse me, yeah. 1.1 points towards progress. If I put Sigrid in charge, presumably that goes up to 1.7 each, so an extra 0.6, which I don't know how big of an impact that will have, but it will have an impact, and Sigrid kind of likes us. Not completely. She might need a bit of a gift to get her over the edge. Sigrid, I just gave you a nice fancy position. There you go. There's a little bit of gold. For some reason you liked us at first and then you got upset. I'm not quite sure what the deal was there. But so be it. You'll get over the short reign over time. This is fine. And that gets us down to 10 years. So that took a nice 3 years off. That's... oh yeah, that was definitely worth it, I think. Definitely worth the 50 gold. We gotta get rid of the Catholic in this area so we don't have to deal with their revolts. But that's going to be it for this part. I will see you all next time. Quick reminder, down in the description below are some affiliate links to pick up Crusader Kings 3 if you enjoy this and you want to go ahead and pick it up. If you pick it up using any of those links, I will get a small commission depending on which link you use, decides what the percentage is. Paradox is the best at a 5% commission for me, if I recall correctly is what it is. However, I've personally had issues with their payment processor, so I'm not quite sure if that'll work for everybody, but at least for me, yeah, Paradox's website doesn't work for buying stuff because their payment processor has their verification is the whole we will debit less than $1 from your account and then you tell us how much we debited from your account, and we'll refund the money after a couple of days or whatever. And do this for verification. At least for me, the debit never shows up, and I can only assume that's my bank probably blocking it or something. And not even notifying me as an option to say, no, allow that through. And as a result, I just have not been able to buy from the Paradox store for years now. It just doesn't work for me. So, yes, like I said, Paradox may not work for everybody, but there are also Green Man Gaming and Humble Store down there as well. I don't recall what Humble is, but Green Man Gaming, I think it's 5% for new customers and 2% for returning customers or something like that. Also down there, you will find a link to my Patreon if you wish to become a patron. That will help the channel immensely. For as little as $1 a month, you get early access to all of my videos. That'll allow you, if you want to go ahead and give me tips and tricks and whatnot, that's an option, of course. Or, you know, just to be ahead of everybody else when it comes to content viewing. I typically try and post the videos on Saturday night or Sunday morning. Typically I try for Saturday night though, just to ensure that my videos that are earlier in the week get processed in time. So in the case of this series, that basically gives you 4 or 5 days, something like that, of early access. Some would consider that a good deal. You also will down there find a link to my Discord. That is my go-to place for posting channel happenings, such as not being able to record for a week or 2 weeks or whatever the case may be. So if you want to be able to get that content, I highly recommend you join the Discord. You don't have to be active in it. It's not a requirement. It's great if you decide to be active in it, of course. But yeah, so that's going to be it for this part, like I said. I will see you all next time, where we will finish this war. That should not be taking this long. But is, because the primary target keeps flipping. For some reason, it just keeps flipping. In this case, it shouldn't flip anymore, because we're the only person they're at war with. So I will see you all next time, but until then, a goodbye and farewell.